different camps, we always encounter this word, Amrit. And most of the cases when we do encounter it, it's in such a situation that so-and-so has taken Amrit, so-and-so, as you know. So today I'm just going to briefly expand upon that topic. So we always hear this terminology, Amrit, and why do we make a big deal of it? So now in this world, all of us know there's many different religions and many different people who like to follow different religions. We have Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, etc., etc. Now, as most of us do belong to Sikh families, as I think so, when you take Amrit, you're basically giving a commitment to yourself to such a religion. You're making it official. Now you're going to be following the rules and be accounted as a baptized Sikh, as others would say. So when you take Amrit, you're telling yourself that you're going to be following such rules and be called as an Amritdhari Sikh. So when that happens, it's not necessary that all people who take Amrit are going to be successful as their journey as Sikhs and reach their ultimate destination of breaking the cycle of life and death. When you take Amrit, that's just a starting. So when we have the topic of Amrit, we oftenly get this analogy of people, like there's a school, there's a teacher, and if we don't take Amrit, we're just like walking around the school and we're not going to get any benefit. And in the same circumstances, that's why most people do take Amrit. So when you take Amrit, sorry, I'm losing my voice. Okay, so when you take Vaheguru. Yeah, so next slide please. Alright, so we'll come back to Amrit again. So first let's know what the definition of a Sikh is. So I've taken this from the Code of Conduct, Rahat Maryada itself. Any human being who faithfully believes in the one immortal being. So as we say every morning, Ek Omkar. What do we say? Ek Omkar. What does Ek Omkar mean? I know you all know it. God is one. There's only one God. Okay? Next thing is 10 Gurus from Guru Nanak Dev Ji to Guru Gobind Singh Ji and Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So we believe only and only in Tan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We don't believe in any other faiths. We don't believe in idol worship. It's good to have the knowledge of other faiths, but that doesn't mean that you accept those faiths as your own. You have to stay committed to only Sikhism if you were born as a Sikh. The utterances and teachings of the 10 Gurus, it is important to learn about your history. You should know what your religion consists of. You should know your history, and that's the only way you will have love with your religion and want to know and apply those teachings in your life and be a better person. And then the most important, as Justine Kaur said, is to take Amrit. Next please. Okay. So now in Rahat Maryada, there's two types of Rahat Maryada. There's first Sakshi Rani and Panthak Rani. Can you say that with me? Sakshi Rani and Panthak Rani. Now in Sakshi Rani, it's the Rahat Maryada of the individual itself. So it's what your Rahat is. And then Panthak is how you're supposed to behave when you go outside. So when you go to the Gurdwara etiquette, how you're supposed to stand in Ardas, what you're supposed to be thinking when you're doing Kirtan in satsanga, right? So next please. Next. In Sakshi Rani, now a Sikh's personal life should comprehend three things in Sakshi Rani. First is meditation, and not meditation of repeating Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru without any means and without thinking anything. When we say meditation, the real kirtan is when you listen or when you sing Gurbani, but you know what you're talking about. So say you have a friend who speaks Chinese and he's speaking to you in Chinese, and you're just nodding your head like this, but you're not understanding anything. That's usually what we do when we come to Kirtan. So it's important that we listen to Gurbani and we understand what Guruji is saying. We're understanding what Guruji is trying to say to us and take that teaching and apply it in our daily lives. Every day it's important to take the Hukamnama and apply that Hukamnama in that day.
Second is leading life according to the Guru's teachings. Again, this comes back to Gurbani. Everything is connected. You read Gurbani and you listen to it and then you apply it. We say it every day in Japji Sahib, Gaviye Suniye, Man Rakhiye Pao. You sing it, Gaviye, Suniye, you listen to it, and then you keep it in your heart throughout your day. Right? Third thing, very important, Seva. Seva is really, really important. Seva is like you cleaning all that filth that has been, accumulating since the past janam, right? So it's important to clean yourself. Only in a clean bowl you could put kheer. Gurbani is like kheer, right? It's that sweetness. But if you don't have a clean bowl, how are you going to put kheer and eat it? So your bowl needs to be pure. It needs to be soft. Next, please. So in Sakshirani, how I said about the second point, leading life according to the Guru's teachings, there are many things. Again, I took this from the Rahat Maryada Code of Conduct. I'm just going to go through the main ones. There are many. So the first one, a Sikh should only worship the one timeless being, Ek Onkar. Second thing, a Sikh, not in any time, any point in his life or her life, should believe in the caste system. Now we all know, we've been to caste courses. The caste system is where the Hindu people divided people into either they're bigger or smaller than each other. So first we had the Brahman, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya, and then the Shudra, and the untouchables, no one would touch them, that they were impure. Was that right? No, right? So Guru Sahib Ji, when Guru Gobind Singh Ji made the Khalsa in 1699, he fully shunned the idea of casteism. So Sikhs should never believe in caste. And even it's sad today, I go to school and I see some of my Sikh Amritari friends, and when they ask me my name, I'm like Krishna Kaur. And they say, no, what's your last name? And I'm like, no, it's Krishna Kaur. And they say, no, your last name. Right? And I have to tell them, my last name is Kaur. I'm a Singhani, I'm Guru Gobind Singh Ji's daughter. But it's sad that even today we say, oh, I'm Gurmeet Singh Sodhi, I'm this, Singh Pannu, right? But that Pannu and Sodhi is actually your caste. You're depicting your caste to others. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji told us not to do that because everyone is equal. And even in marriage, some people say, oh, we don't believe in caste, but when it's time to get your son or daughter married, they're like, how did you say, whatever. But it's wrong. It's wrong. You're not supposed to say that. If you actually don't care, why are you asking? So even in marriage, if one day you're getting married and your dad is asking the other person's dad, oh, are you done? You're going to tell your dad, what are you going to tell your dad? It's wrong, right? It's wrong. You're not going to marry that person if they're asking you if caste is so important to them. Next, a Sikh, go back. Vaheguru. Okay, a Sikh does not believe in false and meaningless rituals. So there are many things that have come into Sikhism and they're not supposed to be there. Such as Diva, there is this thing where after someone has passed away, people lit up like a candle or Diva in the house for 360 days, saying that, oh, the bad spirits will go away, something like that. Right? Again, irrelevant. We don't believe in that. Next is fasting. Now, a lot of Sikh women also, there's a Hindu tradition of Karwa Chauth where they starve for a whole day. And it doesn't make sense to me if you logically think about it. The woman starves for the whole day, how is that going to increase the lifespan of the man? No logic. Doesn't make any sense. Again, irrelevant. Again, Muslims also do the Ramadan. And in Ramadan, they're saying that, oh, I have Muslim friends. And I always ask them every time, what is it about? And they say one thing to me. They're like, the poor people, they never get food. So we starve ourselves to make us understand how it feels to be homeless and not have food in your stomach. But then they always tell me that at night they have this big feast, which makes up for the whole day. And then I always think that, okay, you're making yourself feel that you're poor and you don't have food. How about instead of doing that, you actually put food in some homeless man's stomach, right? Instead of keeping yourself all empty, maybe go and give someone food who needs food. And another thing which I found out, I didn't know about this, visiting a grave. You're not, we Sikhs only burn. We cremate. We don't bury. So visiting a grave is also wrong.
That's people go to graves of their ancestors and do puja karne.
Oh, okay, so puja. So again, that connects to idol worship because it's a stone, right? So connects to idol worship. Next is a Sikh should pray before launching any task. It is essential for a Sikh to know Gurmukhi. How many of you know Punjabi here? That's it? Really? Or am I not seeing clearly? Okay, yeah, you guys do know Punjabi, but that's great. Okay, because many people don't know Punjabi, and it's sad because it's like when you go to school, you need to learn English in order to learn. Just like that, Sikhism is our religion. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is in Gurmukhi. We need to know Punjabi in order to find out about the treasures that are hidden in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Next, piercing of the nose and ears for wearing ornaments is forbidden. God made us perfect. God is perfect, right? If He thought that we need ornaments, if we need these holes in our ears to wear earrings, He would have given us beforehand. But God is perfect, and we shouldn't alter our body in any way. A Sikh should not kill his or her daughter. So this is where Guru Sahib Virat is talking about abortion. Even if it's not a daughter, abortion isn't right. If God wants a human being to be born into this world, you are no one to decide to kill that person. You have no right to kill someone, even if and that comes to even murdering someone. You have no right to take someone's life. A Sikh shall regard a poor person's mouth the Guru's cash offering box. He who regards another man's daughter as his own daughter, regards another man's wife as his mother, has caution with his own wife alone. He alone is truly disciplined, a Sikh of the Guru. Could you say that line in Gurmukhi?